In this video, you will see a rideshare conversation between a beautiful black woman and myself. Pay attention to how quickly she jumps into the topic of racism. Mind you, I've never met this person in my life, but we share the same outlook on life when it comes to racism in America. Black men, it's our duty to make sure our women aren't dealing with the brunt of racism. So much so that they're walking through life miserable. You heard? Black people, every day your black skin serves as a reminder. The guilt of enslaving your ancestors formed a contractual binder with the souls of the descendants who are deeply indebted, reveals the clean conscience of the descendants who are deeply embedded. In America, to be black means history navigates your pathfinder. Welcome to the channel. Let's jump straight into it. Above me, to the right of me, we have our founding fathers and mothers. To the far left is the Honorable Messiah Marcus Garvey. Next to him is Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Next to her is Malcolm X and Tupac Shakur. Above me is the text box that's going to help us keep track of the discussion that took place. I've had many discussions with strangers on racism. Not all were captured on camera. So to share this one is a real treat. And it's nice to know that this one didn't go to waste. This discussion was originally about 19 minutes long. I condensed it to 13 minutes to stay on topic, and I will let it play straight through without any interruptions. The purpose of this video is to help identify the different kinds of racism we experience here in America and add this to our mental tool bag and help bring awareness and consciousness to the cause. Let's first begin with defining racism. Definition: prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized. The problem with that definition is confusing, and it doesn't conclusively describe the word. So I've come up with my own definition on racism, and it goes like so. Racism is an unprovoked act intended to harm someone physically, mentally, or economically. Part B of that definition is neglect to the racism. And we see this in instances when there's police brutality, such as in the case of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and even in lynches such as Ahmaud Arbery, where the police turn a blind eye to the situation. That too is racism. Now that we have racism properly defined, let's jump straight into the video.
Tamir?
Yes, Tamir.
Oh my goodness, I'm so freaking tired.
Yep, me too.
I'm tired and hungry at the same time. I'm not gonna eat in the car, but
You can eat.
so freaking tired and hungry, and I gotta go home and cook. I don't trust these restaurants anymore. So now I'm just on this I cook it myself thing, and I'm really not feeling it.
Turn right onto Browerton Road. Then
How come you don't trust the restaurants?
They're nasty, you know. Some of them don't like black people. And so they doing all this extra stuff, and they advertising it on Facebook that, I mean, they publicize it. All black people don't tip, so they put some extra in their food. You know, it's just hard.
What? Are you freaking kidding me?
And it's so much racism, you know. And then it's like they like to see us suffer for the smallest shit, you know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, a couple of restaurants was caught saying that they put something in because black people can't. I tip very well. One time I tipped $50 on and my check was only like $75, and I tipped because my kids kept aggravating the people. And she never came back for the tip. So I'm like, wow. She never came back for the tip. She must feel bad about whatever she did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because she never came. Like, I literally waited, me and my kids, so she could take the money off the table. She never came back.
To stay on US 46.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, I never really trust restaurants either. You don't know what they do back
It's
there.
sad. It's horrible.
And we some funny times right now too.
Yeah, it is. Very funny time. Where people don't mind expressing hate through
Yeah, I
different
don't.
scenarios.
Right.
Even in the hospitals, I went to the hospital. I had like a really bad headache that it felt like my head was exploding with like liquid.
Stay on US 46.
And I went to the hospital, and the nurse was so nice to me. But when I went to go use the ladies' room, which was like a couple of feet away,
Yeah.
she was yelling at this black older lady. The lady had to be like 75. She was not only yelling at us, she was like pulling on her arm. Like and it's a hospital, it's not a nursing home. You know, where you get fed up with older people. It's a hospital. I was shocked. It felt like I was in a nightmare. And she came back to my room. I said, why was you yelling at that lady like that? She said, oh no, you just don't understand. You don't understand. Yeah, I do understand. You're a damn nurse. You're not supposed to treat the elderly like that. But yeah, it's bad times when people showing their racism and they're getting in different positions to be able to do so.
Yeah.
And there's so many nationalities that hate black people. I just don't get it. Black
I know.
people was the reason for a lot of freedom, and I don't get why they hate us so much.
And the problem is even deeper than that. Other black people hate black people.
Yeah, definitely. I know some Africans. I'm actually dating an African right now, and his family not like cool with black people. They think
Where's he from?
He's from Rwanda.
Who? Where?
He's from.
He's not Nigerian or anything?
No, it's not. I've been dating him for 10 years. If I call him and ask him what he is, he will freak out. But he's Kurundi. You don't know?
Oh,
that?
okay. Wow.
And they don't we only been dating because they don't accept me as, you know, as an African American.
They don't like African Americans.
They want to marry within their own culture, like, you know, black women are too Americanized. That's what they say when I go.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was shocked that you're using the word dating after you guys been dating for so long.
10 years, yes, and we still just dating. It's like when one of us feel like we're gonna break it off, that's when it happens.
Continue on I-80.
When what happens?
3 miles.
When we break it off, that's when it's over because it's like no future for it, you know.
Right. So, what do they say about African Americans?
They just feel like they feel that they've been brainwashed, you know, from the news and how just like how we was brainwashed as Africans, got AIDS, they horrible, they disgusting. And the friend that I'm dating, he got like maids and everything. He had property, a big pool. I'm like, what the? They sold us the propaganda that they sold them, which is black people is lazy.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want much. They've been in America all these years, and they're not prosperous, and all this other stuff. The same propaganda they sold us about them,
Yeah.
they gave them about us, and that's why we hate each other because
Right.
we believe them.
Take
Yeah.
exit 57 toward downtown Patterson.
And we go at it all the time. You know, we go at it all the time because he
And-
keeps saying he's not like that, but he's
Yeah.
not making any steps or any changes.
Right. And now you have the Africans that are here in America. They wear their tribal shirt to let other people know that I'm not African American.
But you know what I experienced at my own job, and I hated it to the death of me. And when I started dating this guy, they start telling me, "Oh, you better go get tested." And these are white people. Better go get tested. And it's like, I could not believe it for them to be so discriminatory towards him.
For them to have.
And then him to be so discriminatory towards me was just like unreal. Like you guys, your family discriminate against me, but white people actually see you guys as a plague sometimes. Not all the time, because sometimes they see Africans as the same as them. No, I'm talking about foreigners, like people from, you know, Italy, or people from that's Irish, or other people. They accept them as how you say it?
People.
Foreigners, like them. So they give them better opportunities.
Okay.
But yeah, I went through that. I was disgusted by some of the stuff that I lost a lot of friends because of that.
Ooh.
But around him, they laughing and joking, and then when he move away, they say something really disgusting about him. I told him, you know, I had to tell him because he had to know.
Quarter mile. Take exit 57.
But it still ain't changed his mind about me.
Continue on Jersey 19 half mile.
Man.
It makes him sad. He don't like to talk about it. It sounds like it makes you sad too when you think about all the stuff that.
No, I'm so jaded. I'm so jaded by the racism now in this country because the reason why I'm even giving you a ride and doing rideshare is because I've been locked out of the workforce. You know, I've literally gone from employer to employer to employer to employer, and every employer I went to, they didn't want me there.
Why?
The employees that work there didn't want me there. Management would want me because that's why they hired me. They were satisfied with my skill set. But once I got in there, the workers, for whatever reason, just didn't. They hated my guts.
You're serious.
Yeah, and I'm dead serious. The last employer within the first week, this Puerto Rican, white-skinned Puerto Rican, which by the way, Hispanics are
The most
extremely
racist.
racist
Yeah, I know, I
to
deal
black.
with that every day.
Don't fall for this Puerto Rican. You my brother. Crap.
No.
Dominicans and Puerto Ricans will be more
But
racist to you
Dominicans are
anyway.
worse than Puerto
What?
Ricans.
Yeah. Oh my God, you got a lot of experience.
Yeah,
Yo.
It's horrible. People don't know how bad they are.
They are
Really bad people.
They are really
and
bad.
I'm not that type of person that to try to ostracize other people or speak hate.
Yeah.
But Dominicans don't play well with others.
Woo!
They only like themselves, their own people.
Right.
Because they from DR, and the Haitians, they feel like, are they slaves?
Yep.
So when they come to America, they don't feel like we should have the same freedoms as them.
Right.
My whole freaking job that you just picked me up is Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here 9 years. I got to constantly battle with this racism that's at this job.
They are.
They are really white people are receiving them more. They are, because they like the racism that they display against black.
Yes. And they do it so that they can be on the good side of white people. So Dominicans do it because they know that's what the white man want to see.
But that's how they want to be too, because remember, in their country, they are to themselves, they are superior. So when they come here, they know that the only other superiority is whites.
Man, it is bad.
It's really bad.
So I was there within the first week. This white-skinned Puerto Ricans just started cursing me out.
Oh my God, for no reason.
Cursing me out. Like, I'm like, what in the world is going on? Because I had experiences at the previous employer with an Italian. So just getting chewed out. I'm like, what's going on in America right now?
That's how
what
bad
the
it
fuck?
is. They only looking out for each other right now. I be telling black people, y'all keep fighting each other.
I don't
you
think
guys gonna be.
I don't think black people know that there's a war in this country.
I don't think they care. I don't think they have
Yeah,
the
I don't think they
education.
either care or
They
they
have
don't.
the education to fight back anyway. 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 They just want to be accepted. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Look at that freaking Amber Geiger thing. This white woman kills a black man and
they
the
all
judge
hug her.
hugging. Unbelievable.
And the brother want to hug her so bad. It's just so
And the
much.
brother said, I don't even want you to go to jail.
It's the acceptance. They want, black people just want to be accepted. We've been warring so much. We just want to be accepted. We tired of fighting.
He said, I don't even want you to go to jail. Is
sad.
it all right if I go give her a hug?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's the slave mentality that we all have in us, and it's sad, but it's true. They don't know. Even at my job, let me tell you what they did to degrade the black women. It's only black women on the register. You know, they start putting red stickers if you don't perform fast enough.
Yeah.
And they know that the red stickers indicate that you're going to be terminated if you don't pick up your performance.
Yeah.
And they got to walk around with red stickers on their badges, meaning that they're the slowest and they will be terminated. It's so degrading. And it's only the blacks, and it's only in the store. And it's a union store.
Oh, this whole area right here is very red. Total Wood, Little Falls, that whole area is very bad.
For them to get away with that was unbelievable to me. Put stickers on the cashiers to signify that they're going to be terminated in 2 months because they're the slowest. And it was only the blacks because they know that only the blacks was at that time slow because they was put in positions to be slow.
And now with rideshare, I mean, this is how evil racists are now. Now that I've been doing rideshare, I think I'm free from the plantation, right? Now they're racist coming for all the blacks that are doing rideshare. I had a passenger come in my car and tell me, "Hey, have you received a message from Lyft saying, hey, there's a complaint about you being on your phone or driving unsafe?" I said, "Oh my God, yes." And so what's happening is you're gonna pick up somebody racist, most likely, and they're gonna sit in the car fine just like this, be polite and say thank you and everything when they get out. But when they get out, they're gonna call Lyft up and put a complaint on you
because they know we out in this field because we don't want to be bothered with their racist ass, and they still want to dictate
right.
the movement. It's the same thing with a lot of the black girls that's doing the
I used
shopping.
to do Lyft, and now I got banned from Lyft because of that.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Now I'm waiting for it to go. It's bad. Like that's why I'm like, I don't even know.
This is crazy.
I don't even know if black people know that they're at war. This is so, yo. When you cut off someone income stream, that's an act of war.
Oh, absolutely. Trying to take away the food out your mouth, that's crazy to me. How is that even possible? Oh, it's horrible. Hello? Sit on the porch with all right, thank you so much.
All right, nice meeting you.
Come sit on the porch with Doo-Wop in them. Yeah, I wish you could start a YouTube and let everybody know today, but they're probably being you like that lady that upstream. She put the cop that killed the black guy. It was a black girl that uploaded the video of the cop pacing back and forth. She can't find work nowhere. She got fired. White people sending her threats and everything. It's hard out here. But take care.
All
Okay?
right. Things to add to our mental tool bag going forward is insidious racism, systemic racism, self-race hate, propaganda, institutional racism, regional racism, meritorious manumission, slave mentality, and institutional racism by way of double standard system. When it comes to systemic racism, we heard her give her experience inside the hospital where the nurse was mistreating the patient. That is a classic case of systemic racism. The definition for insidious is proceeding in a gradual, subtle way, but with harmful effects. Meritorious is deserving reward or praise. Meritorious manumission is usually earned 3 ways in America. The first way is to protect a white person. The second way is to come up with a great idea or invention for a white person to profit off of. And the third way to earn meritorious manumission is to snitch on another black person. This used to happen back on the plantation. Anytime a slave will decide to revolt, another slave will run to massa and tell on the slave and his ideas for wanting to revolt.